Good day, Stephenville. This is Micah Moore, staff writer with the Empire-Tribune. Today we begin our first 10 Questions series. We're joined today with Stephenville's Mayor, Nancy Hunter, to begin the 10 questions for her. Right, Mayor Hunter, what are your daily responsibilities?
Daily responsibilities with the City of Stephenville pretty much is to be accessible to all of the constituents within the City of Stephenville. The way our city's charter is set up is that the mayor's position is technically a part-time position. I take it a few steps further than that. I like to be accessible anytime for all of the constituents of Stephenville, and that's what a mayor is for. Not only do you have to help with the problems and the difficulties that happen within City Hall, but I'm here to represent the people that have elected me to this position. So I would say my daily responsibilities is pretty much to be open and available and ready and willing to help the people that have put me in this job.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, well, what was your very first job?
My first job was as a waitress at a steakhouse when I was 15 years old. I was born and raised in Massachusetts, and at 15 years old, that was a few years ago, I made $2.90 an hour with no tips. And they could get away with that because as a full-time student, you could make what was called sub-minimum wage. And for some bizarre reason, I accepted that job and stayed with it for over 2 years, working for sub-minimum wage at a steakhouse. It was awful.
And here you are years later as mayor of Stephenville.
Fortunately, you know, it was an uphill climb and we made it.
All right, who do you count as your mentors?
Well, I would really have to just choose my mom. My mom lives far away. We don't live in close proximity to one another, and we still remain extremely close. My mom has overcome a lot of adversity in her life. She's dealing with health issues and being far away from her kids. But she's about the strongest woman that I know. The things that she has had to face in her life stands as a testament to me of what you can do with perseverance and hard work. She's the one that I turn to when I have problems or difficulties or joys and things that are going so well in my life that I want to share with her. She's the person that I turn to for help and advice.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I'm so hard on myself. I hold myself to higher standards that quite often are not achievable. I don't take compliments very well. If something has gone extremely well, I think it could have gone better. I'm real hard on me. I'm always striving to do more and to do better, and get very upset if things don't go according to my plan or haven't gone the way I would like them to go after working so hard at them.
All right, as mayor of Stephenville, what do you consider the greatest opportunities?
Promoting and growing our city. I say all the time that Stephenville is the greatest city in the state of Texas, and I mean that with my entire heart. People that come to our city, that are coming to visit or have just recently moved here, they say the same thing, that this is such a unique city, a unique community. We have so many assets. And I feel as though we are just on the cusp of something wonderful, something very, very huge. I want to be able to promote Stephenville in a slow and gradual way, the way it has been for so many years as far as growth and development goes. If there is, if there's a way that I can still serve the people of our great city while working to maintain the wonderful qualities that we have and then grow and expand upon those to plan for the future. That's definitely my goal.
Great. On the other end of the spectrum, what do you think are your biggest challenges?
That would be the same thing, actually. It's the same answer. It is a challenge, with the economy tanking the way it has in the last couple of years. Obviously, you need money, you need funds in order to grow and develop a city. Stephenville has been very fortunate in that we've been hit by the economy, but we've not been devastated by the economy. You look around at some other cities that are having to close facilities, close libraries, close swimming pools, lay off personnel, let public safety personnel go. We haven't had to do that in our city, thanks to the careful financial management of our staff. But that is probably the greatest challenge, is to grow our city as far as economically developing our city. You have to spend a little money to make a little money, and right now, money is something that is very, very tight. Not only obviously in Stephenville, but throughout the country. If we're trying to grow our city, some of those corporations are hesitant to expand as of right now. The economists predict that it's about to turn around, hopefully in the near future, and with any luck, Stephenville, luck and hard work, Stephenville will be a place that people will want to come to expand.
All right. How has technology impacted the way that you do business day to day?
Everything is so fast and so immediate, thanks to the internet. It's very commonplace right now, very acceptable to conduct business by email, even by text message. You know, when you look back 20, 30 years ago, when these forms of technology were not prevalent yet, you still had to rely on snail mail to receive documents, and now it's just instant. If you couldn't reach somebody by your landline, your telephone, because that was the only thing that was around, then you had to wait in order for them to come available or leave messages. Everything is instant right now, and the world is moving at a much faster pace. Business is moving at a much faster pace. And I think that these are wonderful tools that we have, as long as they're used properly.
All right, let's move into something a little bit more personal. Tell us something about you. Tell us something about you that most people don't know.
I still run into a lot of people that don't know that I originally am from Massachusetts, that I started out my younger careers as a dancer. I was a performer from the time I was a young girl, probably 5 years old. Danced with my first company when I was 14 or 15 years old. Was a featured soloist for a lot of the dance companies that I participated in. Was a featured soloist in college. I have a degree in dance and theater. A lot of people don't know that because it's completely separate from what I do now.
All right, and if you could have had a different career other than what you're doing now, what would it be?
If I could have had a different career? I would have been an elementary school teacher. Children are my passion. Growing their education is very important, and it's a passion for me. If I could have done it all over again, I probably would have gotten a degree in elementary education and taught first, second, third grade, somewhere in that area. I absolutely love the classroom, absolutely love to be up in front of kids or whomever the audience is, but kids are definitely a passion, and I would love to have been a part of that educational process.
All right, well, thank you, Mayor Hunter, and thank you, Stephenville, for sitting in with us on 10 Questions with Stephenville's Mayor Nancy Hunter. Be sure to check out Empire-Tribune.com frequently to see who we'll sit down with next and ask 10 questions.